Having grown up in Wisconsin, there were certain things that were important: beer, cheese, the Packers, and deer hunting. And some of my fondest memories are of those snowy November deer hunts with my father in the great white north. But even before my time, and for many teens previous, it was a rite of passage to be able to spend time with your father and other adults. Even if you didn't get a deer, there was something about the camaraderie, the stories about the one that got away, the sound of the wood crackling, hissing, and popping in an old wood stove, and the warm glow that filled the room with its embers in the evening after a day outside. Those are some of my fondest memories, and I'm sure they are for others too. But for many teens, there isn't an opportunity to go hunting and the lessons learned from an adult role model. Luckily, in South Carolina, there is a program called Take One, Make One, and in this episode of Augusta Outdoors, we'll learn about how a unique partnership between the National Wild Turkey Federation and the Department of Natural Resources is providing a wonderful opportunity for many teens in the state.
The Take One, Make One program is a youth mentoring hunting program to where we really target those young people who have shown an interest in hunting but don't necessarily have the means or the opportunity to get out and do it. So we've located these kids all across the state. We have some assistant TOMO coordinators that work across the state, and we've located these young people. And then we have landowners like the folks here at the National Wild Turkey Federation who have opened up their land to us and said, hey, we'd love to have you take these kids on hunts on our property. So that's what we've done here is we've partnered with the National Wild Turkey Federation, and we've got 4 young people today that we're going to put in some deer stands here shortly and see what happens.
You know, one of the biggest things that I think that we can try to teach everybody that comes through a class like this is respect for the environment, the habitat, and the wildlife. You know, I'd say, you know, people that don't hunt probably don't realize the amount of respect that hunters do have for the wildlife that we do go after and pursue each fall or spring. But the amount of hunters and the number of hunters on the decline in this country right now is a little bit scary, because hunters and outdoorsmen are the primary funders of conservation in this country. If no more licenses are purchased, you know, or no more firearms, ammunitions, things like that, then those funds that would be taxed from those purchases that would go to conservation, that's no longer there, and that leads to further loss of everything that we have out here to enjoy. So it's you know, wildlife and our habitat and the hunters, they're all tied together very fundamentally, where without one you really can't have the other.
First and foremost, it's safety. We want them to be safe, but we also want them to enjoy the outdoors and want them to know that hunting isn't necessarily about killing. It's about being in the outdoors, enjoying your time out there and studying your wildlife while you're doing it. If you happen to get a kill shot, that's just a bonus.